So first off, you need to know that I'm bisexual.
Of course, people do go both ways.
I consider myself extremely proud of this most of the time, but sometimes it's hard to shake off the knowledge that a lot of the world is not so keen about the way I identify myself.
Nobody says the B word, come on.
I remember, in particular, watching an episode of Sex and the City when I was still in high school, and it made me feel filthy and ashamed. When I'm feeling down about myself, I can still hear the dialogue from this fucking episode rattling around in my brain.
He's a bisexual. He was so open about it. You know, hi, I'm a bisexual, like, hi, I'm from Colorado or something. I'm not even sure bisexuality exists. I think it's just a layover on the way to Gay Town.
It's hot.
It's not hot, it's greedy. He's double dipping.
I'm very into labels. Gay, straight. Pick a side and stay there.
I couldn't believe it. 4 women I looked up to for being sexually liberated talking about bisexual people like they were some kind of strange, undateable Martians. First of all, referring to bisexual people like we're some kind of perpetually cheating, sexually confused hive mind
I was in Alice in Confused Sexual Orientation Land.
is just absurd. For example, I define my bisexuality as attraction to people who share my gender identity and to people who don't. But that's just how I experience it.
I identify as either pan or bisexual. I use both terms. Bisexuality means that there's not a prerequisite for a person that I would look for in dating. It kind of comforts me to know that it has a name and that it's a thing that I can explain, or like a thing that is real. This is not a great answer, but I also will tend to switch between the 2 labels depending on which pun is the best at the given moment, because I'm a horrible human.
I am bisexual, definitely. It took a while to be comfortable with that, but I'm totally cool and comfortable now. I would define it as being attracted to more than one gender, but not necessarily in equal measure or in the same way. I identify as bisexual because I'm really into basically people who aren't guys or super masculine presenting. Bi made a lot more sense than other labels for me.
Just like bisexual people come in a wide variety of flavors, the way that the media shits on us is varied too. Whether we're being sexualized,
Kissing a girl's just like kissing a guy, except when you do it in public, dudes buy you stuff.
You and her? It was just a phase.
Just a phase?
You had a sexy phase?
It meant nothing. I didn't think it would count.
It meant nothing?
I was just a little bi-curious.
or we're serial cheaters who gaslight our partners.
She cheated. Maureen cheated. Fucking cheated.
There will always be women in rubber flirting with me. Give me a break.
Or any number of fun stereotypes.
I mean, the whole thing with the 100. Clark was pretty much the main character for most of the show. There was this whole arc where Clark was kind of figuring out that she liked Lexa and that she was bi without ever using that word on the show. They killed Lexa, and then after that, from what I understand, Clark, her whole bisexuality kind of got erased.
Patty from The Millionaire Matchmaker is an actual piece of shit.
What scares them away? My incredible talent?
You want to marry a bisexual? I'm going to teach him that a bisexual swinger is not going to be the mother of his dreams. Bisexual women are not what you want for the mother of your children, because here's a tip. They could leave you for another woman. Hello?
My mother actually spoke up in defense of the show and said, well, she just wants to make sure that, the person's going to be faithful. And, bi people aren't faithful. And I didn't come out for another 7 years.
Even the LGBTQA community tends to forget what that B even stands for and throws us under the bus. Take Dan Savage over here, who's made a real impact in the digital age telling gay kids on the internet that it gets better. But not if you're bisexual.
We meet people who are bi, particularly people who are young and bi-identified. They tell us they're bi, and we look at them and go, yeah, so was I when I was your age. And we'll see where you're at in 5 or 10 years. The overwhelming majority of bisexuals wind up in opposite sex relationships and really kind of move away from the gay and lesbian and bisexual and transgender community by dint of that.
His identity policing words do more harm than people give credit for. We must be X years old to be really bisexual because bi teens don't exist. We can't show preference for or date more within any one gender category because then we're either gay liars or we're just straight. So, intention and effect are separate things.
I didn't know how to say it without possibly freaking you out.
Oh God, here we go. Web toes, money problems, or worse, bisexual.
The media landscape is not hopeless, however. For me, Todd Haynes' Velvet Goldmine always makes me feel proud to be who I am.
That line, everyone's bisexual, it's a very popular thing to say right now. Personally, I think it's meaningless.
It even explores how liberating it feels to see yourself reflected in the media.
That is me! That's me! That's me!
It seems like more and more popular TV shows seem more open to bisexual characters.
Winona Earp was a really good, I think, one. The character Waverly, who's not the main character, but one of the main characters, realizing that her then boyfriend was a total dick, and then realizing that she also likes this woman, whereas previously had only liked men.
There's power in visibility, and there's empowerment in seeing positive reflections of yourself while you figure out who you are. It's how we start to see and understand ourselves. And we deserve to be proud.